everyone, welcome to Let's Play Mount and Blade Warband. I think this is part 26 we're on to now. And in the last episode we retook Jerb Castle over there. And it's already under siege by a huge army of Nords who decided they were going to troll the shit out of me. And we are short a couple of heroes here because I sent them out to try and negotiate some kind of truce with the Kings of the Vegas and the Nords. I did get a little bit of advice again to try and increase my voice volume, and I've tried to do that as best I can, but I'm not really sure how else I can increase the volume. Just playing with my mic position here, seeing if that'll be any help. But it sounds like I'm breathing down it, so I've just moved it a little bit away there. And a few people said that I actually sounded a little bit bored while I'm making my Let's Plays. But that's just, you know, that's my voice. I'm not bored, I don't go all squeaky and jump around and shout down the mic when something good happens. I think this is the village that came with Jerb Castle. I think Amazing is its name. I'm not really sure what I did have some things I wanted to talk about. I really can't remember what they are. Well, I'm sure I'll think of something to talk about. I don't know, I'll compare the old troops to the updated ones. Because the original version of Mount and Blade that I had, which was on my laptop, which wasn't through Steam, I lost that one. I couldn't find the reactivation code email, so I decided not to use that site, so I'm not going to mention the name of the site and give it publicity. But anyway, first one I'll talk about, as soon as I've just seen one be stabbed in the face, is the Nord Veteran Archers. Now these used to be in padded light armour and have, I think it was longbows, and these guys, they were pretty much what the regular Nord Archer is now. They were really crappy for a veteran unit. Obviously the new ones have heavier armour, but I still think they just have a longbow. But that's a huge improvement, because the skills have also went up. And as for the Nord Infantry, I don't actually think they've changed at all from the version I did play. I didn't really play enough with the Vegas or the Kurgits to notice any changes. I did notice some changes with the Rodok infantry. Like, for instance, the Rodok veteran spearmen used to look a lot more like the sergeants with the big board shield, whereas now they have that big bulge or whatever it's called. And all wear that green armour with the kettle helm. I used to wear half helms when I played it. And Saronid don't really seem to have changed either. Once again, I didn't really play them that much. That's all I have to say for unit types. So they're the only dramatic changes I've really noticed. I'm just hoping my voice isn't getting drowned out here, so I'm trying to talk throughout the whole video and see how the changes I've made have actually compared to the last video. And we outnumber the enemy now instead of being outnumbered. That's always a plus. And of course I managed to hit an invisible stump there, and the horse decides to rear up into the air. I'm still trying not to talk when I'm in the middle of wading through enemies. So obviously all that waha waha they do when they're getting hit will still probably drown out my voice. I really don't want to turn the game sound down anymore, because people have already said, you know, the game sounds low, so I'm going to have to try and look through some more settings and see if I can increase my voice volume anymore. Because I used to play with game and music volume at about 10%, but right now they're both on about, well, music's on about 20% and game sound's on about 45 maybe. So obviously it's a lot better than it was, but I still need to find a way to get myself back to doing live commentary where I can be heard above the game. A few people have suggested reinstalling Fraps, but that's not really going to help because my audio levels are actually worse than they are now. But I think that's enough about technical problems. You didn't really come here, like, came here to watch people get stabbed in the face. But I still do like to keep people in the loop about what I'm doing and why my videos are taking so long. I had my first random friend request today. You know, that's when you know you're hitting the big time. Random people asking to be your friend. That was a joke, by the way. You were supposed to laugh. Why aren't you laughing? Laugh right now. Okay, I hate you. Just leave my video right now. Go on. I don't want you here anymore. Are you still here? Ah, fine. Stay then. Just don't say anything and sit in the naughty corner. Third round, I think it is, of this fight now. It's obviously going in my favour. So, what do you guys think of this game? People who are watching. How many of you actually played it? And how many of you is this the first time seeing the game? So I didn't really want to play extremely well-known games. I don't think I can really bring anything new to them. It's just going to be me playing a game. At the end of the day, I'm a pretty casual Let's Player. This isn't my job or anything. It's just what I do. When I can be bothered, I upload. I am starting to get a little bit of a video collection going on here, and I'm actually going to look through Steam once I have finished recording this to see what game I can get to start up as a little side project. I know Sins of the Solar Empire is on Steam now. I'm really tempted to get that because I love that game and I am actually alright at that game with it being real-time strategy. Because I think everybody here knows how I am with turn-based. If you watched the mishap that was Soul of the Stars, that was just terrible. It was more of a how not to play. I'm sure there were veterans punching the TV screens, yelling at me, telling me that I was a complete and utter fail. But you know what? Failing's fun. officially Christmas now, because I seen the Coca-Cola advert on the TV today. You know, the one with the truck and the little kid chasing the truck and then Santa on the back with a bottle of Coca-Cola in his hand. I seen that today, so it's officially Christmas. Time to chase down another Jarl. Fun fact of the day, a Jarl was like a Viking title, like Nordic, Norse, or whatever you want to call them, which is in Skyrim. The Jarls are the lords of the like little counties, or states, depending on, you know, which country you're from. And a Thane, which is similar to a Mayor, I suppose, in Skyrim, was actually a Scottish title, equal or like relatively the same as a Jarl. You know, fun fact of the day, cool story bro and all that. And I don't know why this idiot's inviting me to a damn party, which, and that's this guy turning up, saying that King Ragnar wants back old lands, and he doesn't want peace with me. Well, you know, he's just took my castle. What more does he want? And hopefully this castle doesn't have too many men in and I can take it back before they... Nope, they garrisoned like 100 and odd men in there straight away. Sorry about the runny nose here. I've still got a bit of a cold, but I figured... I thought that anything was better than nothing. Probably not the best approach, but screw it. Yeah, I'm not a perfectionist. I'm not sure why I'm chasing those deserters right now. I do have much more important things to be doing. But right now I'm just waiting for Ymira to come back to see what the answer of the King of the Vegas is to my peace treaty. But right there's a Nord, and I'm pretty frustrated with the Nords right now, so I think it's time we had a little party in this guy's face. Jarl Logerson. Well, you've got a crappy name, so, you know, you got crappy troops. And he refuses to go into a corner and plot with me, because I'm trying to recruit more lords. And here I pretty much get stuck on a sword sister right at the start. That guy leading from the rear like a coward, which is actually pretty stupid. You know, if you want to be safe, you want to be in the middle of your men, not stood behind them. And he's unconscious already. Didn't notice this at the time, but Ferendis is getting a few kills now. There's another one. But I know most of that text comes out pretty much unreadable. I still haven't figured out how to make that any better either. I've tried messing with a few settings, but anyway, enough about technical details. I keep straying into that. I really should restrict myself a bit more about what I actually commentate on. But like I've said in the previous video, you know, I hate people who commentate on what they're doing at the time in the video when you can clearly see what they're doing. Because the way I do Let's Plays is the way I'd want, the way I enjoy Let's Plays. You know, someone who's not doing backflips and shouting down his mic because he just, you know, took 3 steps on a game and then told you in centimeters how far he travelled. But at the same time, not someone who does nothing for the entire video. I do like to put a few jokes in if I can think of any at the time. I only decided to take a little bit of that crap. Oh no, I didn't take any of that crap. And wow, it's been a little while since I've actually leveled up my character. And yeah, I just plow everything into agility and prisoner management. I put a little bit on that and a little bit on engineer. And pretty much all I'm waiting for right now is Ymira, so I'm just trying to kill a little bit of time. And here she is. And we now have peace with the Vegas, and I have gained a little bit more right to rule. That's pretty much a win-win in my book, because now we can concentrate all of our efforts anyway, like I was saying, now we can concentrate all of our efforts into fighting the Nords. What happened there was I was actually about to end the video, but decided it was a little bit too short. I didn't really want to have 2 really short videos straight after each other, so I came back to add another 10 or 15 minutes on the end. Obviously, now that we are at peace with the Vegas, I can recruit from their villages, which is a big bonus for me. It means I don't have to try and avoid all these lands and go all the way to like the Swadians or the Khergits to get my men. Because I'm not sure who I'm actually at war with. I think I might actually be at war with the Saranid Sultanate. Ah, who knows. The more important war right now is definitely with the Nords. So I wouldn't mind retaking Jerb Castle after all the effort we put in to get it in the first place. And now you're about to see my masterful way of dodging arrows is just to walk lazily to the right and forward a little bit. Now I know what you're thinking, you know, where did I learn all these secret moves? And I think it's about time I came clear with you, YouTube. The fact is, I'm a ninja, and I learned those tactics from Mr. Miyagi. But don't spread that around, that's a huge secret. Nobody tell anybody. Seriously, or I'll throw and star you. I'm gonna take your silence as a yes. Okay then. And just as thought of the day, I just remembered about this now. Just thought of one up there, which is it's more of a story than it is a thought of the day. But when I was really little, I actually thought teachers used to just live in the cupboard, and then the head teacher was the only real teacher there, and the only real person there, and she used to just go around in the morning and let them all out the cupboard and put them all back at night. Interesting story for you there. Another look inside of the dysfunctional mind that I was born with. Just buying some noms for my troops here. And obviously while I'm recruiting all these crappy men, I do want to recruit some good ones to tide me over until I can get these Vegas leveled up some. Because there was someone saying that the Vegas were actually quite good once you level them up. And I figured I'd give them a try, another one now that I've got enough troops to tide me over until I level up. Right now I'm just bringing up the list so that any of you who do play it can have a look through the men I'm using. And at the time I was also checking out my men as well. As you can see, it's a pretty long ass list. Normally I like to keep to just having one set of people, but now that I have my own kingdom, I only have like one village I can recruit from permanently. So I figured I would have a few of everybody. And then I figured I want Job Castle back from the Nords. And right then, I kind of figured I didn't want Job Castle anymore. I would much rather have leprosy than Job Castle. I'm just gonna leave now. I mean, if all my men were veteran, I might have stayed, but I would have still been outnumbered like 4-1 or something. So I definitely decided against it for now. But that guy right there, I figured I'm annoyed at the Nords. This guy's got a crappy beard. Win-win. Let's go give him a shave. Like I said earlier, so them loud warry bits, I'm going to try and not commentate too much. and it mostly leads to my voice being drowned out. This is getting quite a few kills again. I'm not sure if you can read that on YouTube, but I'm delivering roughly 50 damage when I'm up to speed, and that's not even killing half of these Nords. That's provided I actually hit as well. I think everybody by now has seen me fail at least a few times. And I actually forgot what I named my pole arm. Because I did give him a name. Was it Steve? Pretty sure it was Steve. If it wasn't Steve, it is Steve now. That's Steve the Hafted Blade. Everybody say hello to Steve. Say hello to Steve. You're very ignorant today, viewers. Yep. B-. You know. There's no need to be that rude to Steve. Just because he's sharp and pointy and doesn't talk and is covered in blood, you think you can ignore him. And it's not on, viewers. Of course, round 2. Steve's been and had a wash. This is some pretty crappy land for horses that we're fighting on right now. So obviously there's a lot of obstacles in the way, and a lot of slopes which, up or downhill, slows down a horse. I'm not sure if that's how it works in real life, but I've never rode a horse. And of course I'm taking Beard Guy here with me, because the Nords just said no to a peace treaty, so I don't see why they should get to hang around. I'll just hang around my land for funsies and lulls. And now the rest of this video is pretty much just me leveling my people up, so I think I am going to stop the commentary here so that it doesn't overlap and run out like it did at the end of the last video, and I will see you next time.